Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to 52 Weeks of 52 Favorite Photos YouTube Hop, hosted by Miranda. And it is also Baby Got Scraps, and this year it's hosted by Kristen of Scrapping on the Fly. And so I'll be using scraps, and I'll be creating a layout for this photo right here of my granddaughter, Hope, and I am going to use one of those title pieces. Now, this is a mixture of Spectrum Sherbet and Spectrum Gardenia. And both of those are Spectrum Sherbet. And I hadn't planned to use those letters there, but I forgot. I'm going to have to go back and add them when I can figure out where. And here's my scraps. I do have plenty of them. I fussy cut a couple things out of there that I will be using. And this is the paper I decided to use. I wanted green to be an accent color on here because Hope's got a green shirt on. And so that piece of paper there is from, well, both those two pieces are from Spectrum Sherbet, but that other piece up there is from the 6x8 pad. And you are allowed to use smaller paper pads too. I've been doing this for, I think, 5 years. And I think people forget to mention it, me included, that you can use smaller paper pads. So you'll be sure and use them up. But I'm going to make me a photo mat out of this. And I am distressing everything. And so I just hand cut that around there. I didn't bother using my trimmer. The others, I think I used my trimmer on, but that one I didn't. And I am just going to layer these things on here. I want to make sure this piece of paper and the photo are straight, but the other pieces, I want them angled a little bit because there's a lot of angled paper on this background paper. It looks like it's got like all kinds of layered strips on the outside going around. It's got that striped paper, kind of a grayish paper, some orange, some off-white, and I mean, just all kinds of stuff going around the outside. That's why I picked this piece of paper. I just love the background. And I'm going to add some green to it too with some rub-ons because I want to add green to it so I could use it. I did cut that little chunk out of there with the film strip, but I thought, why waste it? I can use it on something else. So it did go to the wayside at the moment, but it's going to come back in on another layout. If you'll notice that green isn't straight, but I made sure the one with all the pretty colors is straight. At least it looks straight to me. It may not be, but that's what I was going for. And here's where I put the green on there that I mentioned. I thought, well, I got the, what do they call it? What does Katie Pratique call them? She calls them, paint swatches. That's what it is. And when I first seen them, I wasn't sure what they were. I was glad she mentioned what they were. But I am adding them to the ones that's already on there of the orange and having layered green on it. And there is one black one there, and I think another color. But I'm going to save the black for the end there because there's some black splatters there. And I thought, well, that'll go really good there on the end. So that's the last one that I put down. They aren't as big as the printed ones on the background paper, but I thought they looked really good mixed in there. I'm trying to decide what I want here in this cluster to the right. That piece of paper is made for 2 photos is what it looks like, but I am filling in with a cluster over to the right hand side. And that paper is cut down. It is not quite as big. The outside, the green is 6x8, so it's cut down that much. Some of these pieces are not printed on or anything, and I didn't want to put them on there plain, so I am going to use some rub-ons on them, so there will be layered printed pieces on there instead of plain pieces. while I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you about my photo. Uh, Hope always likes to look at my layouts when she gets over here. And when I made that layout of Malachi with Santa and had got the idea from the photo editing group on Facebook, she seen that and she wanted to know how I got that, because she didn't remember him being with Santa and anything like that, because she was with him when they seen Santa. I said, well, I put two photos together. And of course, she has to know everything. She is full of questions. I mean, we can't even watch a movie without her having to have the remote so she can hit pause and ask questions and talk about what's going on. I mean, it is over and over. My first grandchild was that way, and now Hope is too. So they're a lot alike. But anyway, I showed her what I was trying to talk about and everything. And she says, could I do one of her? Well, we looked through her photos and I couldn't find one I thought would work really well. I said, maybe we could do something else. Let's look in that group and see if there's something else. And I was looking for one with the crystal ball. Well, it was snow globe. It's not a crystal ball. And I thought of one when she's really tiny, when she's out there in the snow, would look cute. And we seen this one and she wanted it instead. Then she wanted me to put her with a camera taking the picture of her. And I said, that might be a little beyond my scope of photo editing. I said, why don't we take this one and I can go ahead, since it's a free one, make the hair darker and be like you, even though it's been a long time since she had bangs. And we put one of your other pictures in there, one more your age now. And so that's what we ended up doing. So those letters I showed, my plan was to put photo editing fun. And I had it planned to put it underneath the favorite for the title. Only I'm going to end up putting a letter there and a butterfly and everything. And I forgot all about it till I was editing the video and seeing the letters. And I don't think it'll look good there, not have enough room. So I'm going to have to think about where I'm going to put that because I do want photo editing on here. Well, I think photo editing play. No, photo editing fun. That's it. Because that's what we were doing instead of something about the photo itself. Which the actual photo is of her sliding down one of those hot air bouncy house kind of things with a slide, and she's sliding down the slide. And she really wanted that one on here, so that's what's on here. But anyway, it's so cute. And I've already scrapped it. So yeah, this one is for this, and she wanted to know right off the bat when I got it done if I would scrap it. So when she comes over this next time, I'll finally have it scrapped, even though it's been a few weeks. And she won't have to ask if I'm ever going to get it done. Well, that wasn't exactly what she said. Let's see. It was like, have you made it yet? It was pretty close. Um, let's see where I'm at. Oh, I really like those black stripes along there. But I've got all these, well, from Spectrum Sherbert, I think it's like a whole package of all kinds of lacy things or something. It was a lot. It seemed like a lot to me, and I still have plenty. And I seen them in there in the package with the other stuff. And I thought, I could use them if I can find two green. That would be perfect. And yeah, I found two green. So two green are going on here. Just to add a little bit more green to the layout and to use that strip. I mean, I was always trying to figure out a way to use them. And I think they look great next to that black and white stripe. I will, of course, glue it down before I decide on what I want in the bottom right-hand corner. So I will have to pull it up just a little. This was off of that, well, it looked like just rectangular colored piece on there. And it was the back of one of the packaging things. So I thought, well, I'll just put it on there. And I'm having angled edge. It wasn't fitting quite like I wanted without an angle, so I angled the piece so it fit better underneath that little teeny tiny strip there. It I didn't want any of it hanging over. I really wanted that bow on there. However, it's not going to make it. Um, I found this little piece and it looks like it's stitched, and has the extra string, faux string on there. And it says, "You are colorful," and she is. And so I wanted to put it on there. And so I'm just making a cluster around that. And oh, I found that button in there. I love the buttons in uh, these 49er Market collections. And I thought, well, I could put that on the tee. And if it fit. So I was trying it out before I started the layout. And yes, it fit. So, of course, it had to go on there. I would have felt awful if I hadn't remembered that because it would have just had to go on light. That's all it would have had to do. Um, I am putting 3 butterflies on here, and all three are blue. However, somehow or another, I lost the 2 that I had pulled out that was 3 different colors. Well, the one up there on the top was the only one I still could find. And there's another one down there in the tray that I put in as an extra, but then I just decided to use the rub-ons instead. And that little heart there that I put underneath that, it was one of those that you're supposed to throw away. However, I decided to keep it and use it on my layout. But though there I thought I was done. Then I remembered I thought I would go ahead and put some enamel dots on here since it's such a fun and colorful layout. And I will get down where I have one little tiny one left, and it's going to go on there too. Even though I got 3 in all the other places, it's going to be all by itself and go on the layout because I do not like to leave just one of one color on the sheet. But when that gets done, that'll be it. That'll be my layout. So make sure you check out the 2 playlists down there below. One for 52 weeks of 52 favorite photos, which I may or may not do it every week. Well, I didn't do it last week, so I was already telling you I'm not going to be doing it every week. Uh, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. And this is my favorite photo because of the time we spent doing all that stuff to get it made and doing it together. And it's also got scraps. So for Baby Got Scraps, the playlist is down there below for it too. And oh, I had fun making it. I love the 2 collections together of the Spectrum Sherbet and the Spectrum Gardenia. I mean, they were made to go together. I always thought that I would like more colors in the Spectrum Sherbet. And so when she did the Gardenia, I thought, oh, my wish came true. But yeah, that's it. That's my layout. And make sure you check everybody in the playlist down there below for lots and lots of inspiration. And oh, there's that cluster where I went ahead and added the rub-ons. Create a life of your dreams. And yeah, she dreamed on how she wanted this picture done, and her dream came true. Us working together. But have a happy, scrappy week. Have fun on the hops. Bye.